what's happening? Paul Ingram here with College Center. In today's training, we're taking a look at some staff moves right here. So go ahead and grab your collie staff. If you don't have a collie staff, that's all right. Find anything that could replicate a staff. It could be an old broom handle, it could be an old rake, it can be an old hockey stick. Anything will work. Doesn't matter what the length of the staff is for this drill. It can be anywhere from the floor to the plexus and even taller than you up to the temple. It doesn't really matter. Okay, we can do these movements with all different length staffs. We train with a lot of different lengths here in Kali and Filipino martial arts. If you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you've been watching for a while and you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Click the bell so that way you don't miss any new training that we have for you guys. Smash that thumbs up button if you like training the staff. And let's grab our gear and let's go ahead and get to the training. For today's training, we have two different staff fighting methods that we're going to be utilizing. One drill, two different variations of how to use the staff. So in Kali, we have two basic staff fighting methods. We have the double end method where we're using both sides of the staff. This is usually for a little bit more tighter, closer type of fighting. It's not really, you know, if someone's kind of far away. But then we also have the single end fighting method where we have more extension of that staff. So we're going to take a look at a drill and we're going to use both variations of the staff fighting, both this double end staff fighting method and the single end staff method as well. So let's go ahead and kick right on into it. All right, first two moves, pretty easy. This drill is really good if you're brand new to the staff. Maybe you're just starting off with your staff training. It's going to cover the basic movements of the staff. We're going to be working our diagonals, our horizontals, our vertical, a little bit of thrusts, and our ascending diagonal strikes as well. So it puts all these basic techniques together very, very well, and you can start developing some good coordination and some good fluidity with your staff moves. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's go ahead and break it down step by step. So our first movement is our diagonal. So this is what we refer to as our angle one, right here. Now for right now, you're gonna see how I'm catching the left side underneath my armpit. Okay, so one, right here. Then we're gonna come into number two, which is gonna be the backhand horizontal. Left hand horizontal right there. So we go into the one and then smack them right there, right in the face. Now on that number two, you're gonna see one and two, I'm catching that right there on the humerus. Don't accidentally hit yourself in the neck and knock yourself out. Okay, the staff generates a lot of momentum, which transfers into a lot of power. So we gotta make sure we know the natural break positions on the body. So 1, 2, right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If you need a little bit more force, you can slide the staff. If you need a little bit more force or a little bit more extension in your techniques, you can also slide it. So just start off practicing those two first. 1, 2, 1, 2. Take the power out and just get the movements down. Right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 3. Work in the vertical strikes. 1, 2, and then we're coming over the top and smash with the vertical right there. Okay? So 1, 2, vertical. 1, 2, vertical right there. 1, 2, vertical. Now again, you're gonna see how I'm catching that underneath the armpit right there. Move number 4. We're gonna flip it back up. Left hand's gonna lead. We're gonna step through and thrust. This is a low line thrust. This can go to the groin and go down to the knee, into the hip flexor, into the abdomen, even up to the solar plexus is fine. We're gonna go into that thrust right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, there's that vertical. And then 4 is that left hand thrust. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or diagonal, horizontal, vertical, and thrust. Adding in moves 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5 and 6 together. Both strikes are going to happen with the right hand side of the staff. We're going to come uppercut just like this. That's our angle 3 here at College Center. let it rotate, and now you're going to come up on the angle 4, which is the backhand upward diagonal strike right there. And it's going to bring us back to the beginning. So we have 1, downward diagonal, 2 is the horizontal, 3 is the vertical, 4 is the left hand thrust, 5 is that uppercut on the forehand side, and 6 is the upper slash on the backhand side right there. Let's take another look at that from a few different angles, nice and slow. All right, let's do a couple reps on the double end method together, nice and slow. So go ahead and follow along with me. Let's get like 3 full reps in together. On my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. Now from here you can step forward or you can step backwards. Doesn't matter. We'll do both variations. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. Let's take a look at the exact same drill, the exact same movements on the single end staff fighting method. All right, on the single end staff fighting method, we're gonna be holding the staff somewhere between 1/4 to 1/3 up the staff. I usually like to hold it about 1/3. I'll try to not hit my rafter here or anything like that, so we'll see how it goes. But from here, let's take a look at the same exact movements, all right? We have number 1, boom. Now there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can stop the strike, okay? Or you can let it go all the way through, or you can smash it all the way to the ground and kind of bounce it off of the ground. So there's a couple of different ways you can do that, and you can kind of play with all the different variations of it. So from here we have our 1 and our 2 right here. Work those first 2 movements. 1, 2, right there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. From here we're going to drop that vertical right there on that 3. Let's take another look. Downward diagonal is the 1, across the horizontal on the 2, down on that vertical is that number 3, then we're going to pop the thrust right there. All right, let's take a look at that from another angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. From there, we're going to bring this around and go 5 and 6. I'm going to shorten it up a little bit so I don't hit anything. Right there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 right here. Okay, let's go and show this one from a few different angles, and then we'll get a few reps in together. All right, let's go nice and slow together here. Let's get 3 of them in. Right here on my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right there. So you're going to notice there's a few different footwork variations. There's always a lot of footwork that we can add into these drills, especially as we're moving into our triangle footwork and our circling footwork and all those different methods of footwork that Kali has to offer. So right now we're just kind of keeping everything isolated on the hands with a little bit of minimal footwork. Then we just work the coordination of the hands and really get down the techniques of the staff first. And then we can always come back and incorporate different footwork methods. And then that will start to go into the actual applications of how we would actually be utilizing all these techniques. In Kali, we really don't stand still and strike our weapon functionally. There's always footwork that's backing up the weapon, because our footwork is our primary line of both offense and protection. So it's, we are going to get into that stuff, but you got to get the hands down first, got to get the footwork down separately, and then we can bring the two together, which is something that we do in our Kali Apex. So if you want to check out our training and how we go further deeper into the training and how we start calibrating the weapon with the footwork, check out our Kali Apex program over at KaliCenter.com. Become a member to that, and you'll get access to a whole bunch more exclusive training that is available in our Kali Apex training and training continuum and all that. All right, give these two drills a go. You're gonna have a lot of fun with them. The staff for me is always a lot of fun. Obviously, you can also be looking at these as all spear fighting moves, right? So the staff, the spear, the oar, these are all parts of the 7th area of Kali. So they're all together. So they are somewhat interchangeable for the most part, from staff to spear and even to the oar and all that. It's just the longer pole arm weapons. So anything you can use as a pole arm, if you got a hammer on the end of this thing, or an axe on the end of this thing, or it's a two-handed sword or anything like that, you're gonna use it as area 7 in Kali. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this one, if you enjoyed training the staff. Once again, if you're new to the channel, if you've been watching for a while and you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. I was looking at our YouTube analytics, and I can't believe it, but about 66% of our viewers are not subscribed. That's insane. Just click the subscribe button, guys. It helps me out. It shows support, shows love to the channel, and I really appreciate it, and the team appreciates it. All right, get on out there with your staff. Get outside. Let nature be your Kali dojo, and I'll see you in the next one for some more Kali training.